What's going on YouTube? CPU Slay here, back with another video. And today we're going to be reviewing the LG G7 ThinQ 5 months later. So, I've been having this phone for about 5 months now. When it first released, I got it on T-Mobile. I was coming from the Galaxy S8 and I wanted to try something new. So I went ahead and went with the LG G7 ThinQ and maybe giving it another chance to try out to see what LG has really done over these past years. And I've seen that they released a lot of phones like the V30, the LG G6, things of that nature. And they had some success, but not the success that I quite wanted them to have. So I just wanted to give them a try again, see what it was. Coming from Samsung was a beautiful experience. Besides the fact of the issues that I did have with Samsung, reboots, battery life really wasn't on point like I wanted it to, but it was still fun, especially with the Samsung Pay, the things that I've done with it, the updates that Samsung included in their phones. It was really an enjoyable experience. And so hopefully I wanted to give LG that chance. So let's jump right into it. For one, let's talk about the designs of this phone. The design was done very, very well. It feels good in hand. I like the buttons. They feel good. I like what they done with it. It has a premium feel to it. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like it's a cheap budget phone. The layout, they did very well with the screen, the notch that they added, trying to copy iPhone or whatever they're trying to induce now, that they did that. They put that all in one space with the, front facing camera, the earpiece, the IRs and all that things that is on the front. And they did it really well. It looks really simplistic. It doesn't look like it's all over the place, and it doesn't intrude on the screen as much. Now, let's actually talk about the screen. The screen is really done really well for itself. It does great out in brightness. You can change the color temperatures from cool to warm as you like, which is something that I adore so much, because sometimes you may want to go with warm colors, sometimes you want to go with cooler colors, and I like the fact that they give you the customizations for that. With the brightness also, it does really, really well outside. The brightness is beyond really good, especially with the 1000 nit brightness. Yeah, it blows a lot out of water. I mean, I can put this thing on full brightness and I can be outside and see the temperatures very, very well and see the screen very well. And it's just something that that I appreciated that they added to it. The edges of the screen, they have rounded edge corners, which was kind of difficult for screen protectors, which one I had on right now. The edges are really rounded, but I had no problems putting any screen protectors on it and putting cases. So that was a big bonus. So if you was looking for a screen that was pretty flat, but at the same time you could put a screen protector on it and also put a case on it to give it its maximum protection, LG did a wonderful job right there, and I have no complaints there. Now let's actually talk about battery life. I know that's some of the key points, and how does it handle over the time of 5 months of a period of lasting. And to be honest, to my surprise, I actually enjoyed the battery life. The battery life actually lasted a very long time. I had good screen time on it. I can say that from if I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe around 3-ish, 4 o'clock, I'm running at the 15% range. Yeah, it's time for me to charge up at that point in time, right before I leave out the day. But I think I can get it from 6 to 5 if I really wasn't using the phone like that. But I'm a heavy user. I like to play video games. And yeah, I kill the battery life all the time. But I'm using it. So the battery life is actually good. For powerhouse users, I think you can get a good usage out of it for the time being. So if you was looking for that, it's a really good phone for that. Really great gaming performance. The size with this 3000 milliamp battery, that was, I think, the key point for the phone itself and how well that it did and performed in my battery life test. And I don't do no gruesome tests, but I'm just trying to be an everyday user for y'all, give y'all experiences of how I handled this phone throughout the months and just putting taxing on this phone and just trying my best to run the battery down, and it held up very well to my expectations, and I think for the normal user, I think you will enjoy it. Let's talk about performance. Actually, let's really get down to performance. Handling games. Frame weights for handling games do very well. That could be racing, RPGs, Angry Birds, any other games that you can think of playing on this phone. Fortnite, for instance, yes, this phone can handle it. Now, I was trying to play Fortnite on this phone. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really wasn't fond of it. I don't know if it's just because it really wasn't optimized for this phone, but Fortnite was a little choppy to me playing it, and it's just something that I can say that depending on the type of game, the gaming performance could be a little bit lackluster, more than I would like. But for minimum gaming, small gaming, no heavy duty tasks, this thing flies. You can play anything that you pretty much want on here and have no issues. Everyday task, it handles fine. Browsing, opening up thousands of tabs, coming back to it. Yeah, that's fine. You have no problems there, and that's really going to be about it. Reboots, no, you don't have to do any of those. I haven't had, actually, since I had the phone in 5 months, I do a reboot once a week, but I can say that I can probably go a good month without rebooting the phone and it still performs very well. So if you're ever wondering about, that, you have to do that. Now, here's something that I'm really impressed with. Hard resets. When I had the Samsung S8, I had to do hard resets about 2 or 3 times, even within the 6-month period. And I didn't like that, and I hate resetting my phone. This phone, I did not have to do that once. I did not incur any issues that I had to actually do a hard reset on my phone, and I'm really actually ecstatic about that. And that was something that I'm really impressed with, and LG did a wonderful job with that. Let's talk about camera performance. I know that a lot of people talk about it. And LG does have a pretty decent camera, especially in its manual mode. It does wonders. I think that for the average use for this camera, it does its job. I think that any person can take this camera, point, shoot, and enjoy the picture qualities that it has. I did take a couple of pictures for y'all to give y'all examples of how the performance is in bright lights, low lights, things of that nature, and just giving you a sense of how well these camera shoots in auto mode. Now, I'm not going to go in detail in the manual mode. If you know about manual mode, that means you can just customize your scenery just like you want and do whatever you want within the picture. And I think that's for the more advanced tech people. But for everybody who wants to know how this phone performs in everyday usage, quick shooting, want to take a video record or take a quick picture or something, get those moments that you dear for the most and those precious moments and times, this phone can do that for you. It has really good low light performance, not as the top low light performance, but I think it does enough to the fact that it is, you would like it and you would be satisfied with those pictures. Daylight, it does really well. I have no complaints there. It just really is a good camera, and I give it I'm gonna say about an 8 out of 10, maybe 7.5ish. I'll give it a little bit, but other than that though, it's probably one of the best cameras that I've had since I've been in the mobile industry, and looking at devices and phones. It's probably been one of the best, probably top 5 in all the phones that I've had, and even some older phones I think may take still better pictures than the LG G7. But other than that, it's good. Pretty much, I'm about to wrap it up. Overall, I think it's a good phone. If you were thinking about getting it, it's cheap now. For the price that it is right now and what you're gonna get within the phone, the package that it is, I think it's a go. I think you should go get it if you're really looking at it, and if you really was on the board about what you're gonna do, go ahead and get the phone. I think you really is gonna enjoy it. You're not gonna have too much problems with it. Connectivity is fine. Bluetooth, all these things actually do well. They just handle very well. People can hear me clearly on the phone. Bluetooth connectivity is good. NFC, all that great stuff. It works wonders. No problems there. Fingerprint reader is done very well. Responds quickly, and I have no complaints there. Those are the things. So if you're really looking at this phone, you're thinking about getting it, I highly say go get it if this is the phone that you're really interested in, and you're on the fence about it, and you wanted to know how it's gonna last, over the months, this phone does justice for me to say that if I was looking for a phone and it was inexpensive, this would be a phone that I get. I'm not impressed by by all the LG phones that I've ever had, but this one is something that I can stand by and say, you know what, this is one of the phones. So go ahead and buy it. More reviews will be coming soon. I'm gonna be upgrading my phone actually probably today or when y'all ever watching this video, I probably already upgraded. So I will be getting the OnePlus 6T. I'm gonna actually do an unboxing for that and actually do a quick review of that, and stay tuned for those videos. So with that being said, more videos will be coming soon. If you like what you've seen, please comment, like, subscribe, do those things for me. It means so much to me. I've had a rough time just trying to even get these videos out, but I want to be motivated some more. I need to be motivated some more. And I just want to provide content for y'all, the viewers who are looking at this video right now. So like I say, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me, give me your points on the phone. If you had it, tell me what you like. So until then, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your mailman. Peace.